Welcome one and all. This is the Peace Dealer. Welcome to your daily peace report. And this video is, of course, for August 8th, 2017. Some of y'all know this as the Lion's Gate. I personally don't resonate with any of that stuff. So if you've heard any news about Lion's Gates opening, to me, that just sounds like some people were like, "Oh, the numerology is this. Let's call it this." So if you've heard any information about it, take it very seriously because it's probably very real. All right. I personally don't resonate with that at all, but I think there's still a lot of truth into that. So take for it what you will. I feel like even though this is contradictory of me to say, you will notice some effects of this Lionsgate opening. Simply put, just because there's a group of people who believe in it. So that energetic will make it come about. Whether it's truly true or not, it is what it is. But look at that. I guess it is. So with that being said, this is a very important day. You see me on camera, off camera, talk about I believe in twin flames. I don't believe in twin flames. Twin flames is definitely something very powerful. Okay. It's regardless of, I like to call them divine partnerships. Whether you call them soulmates, whether you call them twin flames, whether you call them divine partnerships, you need to fall out of this trap of signifying whether a relationship is a certain level. Just really appreciate connections for what they are. There's some connections in this world that defy logic and you won't be able to understand. And you trying to pinpoint it to a label instead of just experiencing it is the real issue here. Something to really keep in mind is your connection with any soulmates, twin flames, divine partners will be profoundly evident. Okay? One thing that you're going to realize is that there is such a there's just such a profound slant on romance that distorts these connections. A lot of you don't realize you're here to be with your soulmate to change the world. Some of you are meant to be with a soulmate that's going to go move to Africa or Asia and start up an orphanage. Maybe you may never get romantically involved with that person, but that's the reason why you're feeling that connection. Maybe you will get romantically involved with that person, but you have to let any inklings of romance be secondary. And I say this because, a lot of these psychics are making money off of love readings, really trying to give you hope that you're going to be with that person. And you owe it to yourself to believe in the synchronicities and signs that you see, but you also owe it to yourself to look at the bigger picture. All right. Any incredible draw or pull that you have towards an individual or a thing is meant to symbolize the connection you have with spirit. So always go within, maintain some sort of deep breathing to refocus and balance yourself. The moon is going to slip out of Aquarius into Pisces, and things are going to get super quantum. Things are going to get super dreamy because we're heading out of the seventh into the eighth house of Leo, the sun. All right. And another thing that you really want to take with you concerning all of this has much to do with how well you can be in a position to be at peace and accept anything that doesn't really go the way you wanted it to. Trust me when I say that anything that doesn't really turn out the way you wanted it to is leading you towards what you want. And you have to just be willing to stop thinking you know everything. And you may admit that you don't know everything, but when you start to get discouraged, when you lose faith in the universe, that indirectly is telling the universe you must know something. You must know something the universe doesn't because you can't be at peace with what's happening, with what you're co-creating. Okay. For some of you, it'll be opposite. For some of you, you're going to be manifesting what you knew the universe was co-creating with you. This is going to be a very positive day because what this is allowing you to do is to take all the solar energy in your heart that's building up and express this receptively by gaining intuitive insight. Venus is moving more into Cancer, and it's really having you bond and feel this love that you can reciprocate with another individual. And this person, this being, all right, regardless of whether you think someone is your soulmate, it's your higher self. It's that higher energy that you're connecting with. This is the union between the divine and the mortal, all right? And you want to really allow yourself to fruitfully connect with this. And like I said before, you either believe in intergalactic space alien overlords or not, just like you either believe love is powerful or not. And this is going to show evidently in your choices. Are you making actions out of love? Are you going to look at that person who is antagonizing you? Are you going to give them the love in your heart? All right, because you can show love to someone and still have proper boundaries. You can show love to someone and beat their ass as long as there's love in your heart. I swear to God, I'm not even being sarcastic. A lot of people feel for some reason that that if you show love to someone, you have to supplicate to them, you have to let them walk all over you. That's not love, that's stupidity. You can have love in your heart, acknowledge where they are in their life, and still maintain your boundaries. You're not being in the opposite of love is indifference. You're not being indifferent to their struggle. The fact that you're fighting them shows that you love them because you care enough. If you didn't care about them, you wouldn't care what they did. But you care enough to at least engage in some form of conflict to come to some kind of compromise or stasis. Unless you're fighting an Aquarius or a Taurus, they don't compromise. So good luck. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? Are you going to respond with love or are you going to respond with indifference or chaos? And you responding with love shows that you truly believe in love, so that you truly believe in your heart. And some people are not that strong. Some people are not that strong. You see these people, you see some people with all their power and their influence and all their strength, and they're like, oh, I don't need love, I'll do things myself. They're weak. They're weak. They're ruling over other sheep who don't know what the hell's going on, and they've intoxicated themselves to think they're truly powerful. But they have no love in their heart. They don't know how to actually care for anything other than themselves. They're weak. That's not true strength. And there's an illusion now that's trying to get people to feel like the more money you have, the more influence you have, all this young boy and girl stuff where you have old people who are mentally still in high school. They can't even understand the importance of non-tangible values in their life. You don't want to be like that, especially in a day like this where your own connection to spirit is going to be tested more than anything. And when you're put in situations where you have nothing to trust in but your intuition, you shouldn't let that discourage you. You should let that make you happy because it's like, ooh, the higher forces are coming into play. I get to show myself what my spiritual grit is made of. Look at every obstacle as an opportunity to ascend. So we start the day off with great transformation. Those of you who've been working on changing, all right, the first thing I have to let you know is some of y'all have been failing. Some of y'all have every day you've been failing at changing something in your life. And you haven't just been failing. Know that every single day you continue to try, even if it seems like you're in the same loop, you need to keep going the distance. You need to keep on doing it because it's working. Might be working small. Some of you, you're making quantum shifts. So not everyone's getting stuck. But if you're getting stuck, don't give up. Don't give up. To you, it looks like you're making no progress. If you were to look at yourself outside space and time, the progress you've made is ridiculous. Even though it may feel, because you're in the body, you're in space, you're in time, you're in all these different concepts. It may not seem like you're moving anywhere. Trust me, you are. There are dark forces using illusions to make it look like you're just walking in the same place and you're going nowhere, but you're covering distance. When this fog goes, some of you are going to realize, oh, damn, I've been walking so far, I didn't notice like past what I went to. You have to go back. So trust me, the peace dealer is telling you, you are more than amazing the way you are. And there's so much insecurity that's fighting to make you not know or see that. And it's not, I'm not even trying to be positive. I'm trying to be factual and objective. You're amazing. You're alive. You beat out how many other sperm to get here? So you're a winner inherently. And you're going to see a lot of this transform because we have the hangman here. So there's a greater alchemic transformation that's occurring with the temperance card at the end too. Some of you are being initiated into higher realms of energy where in order to harness the deeper parts of your chakra, you have to give yourself up to yourself like Odin gave himself up to himself so that he can, teach whatever lesson that had to be taught. And the Ace of Wands is talking about the sparking of this energy being made real. You have to take initiative and spark this yourself, or take advantage if anything is sparked. If there's a very exciting opportunity that comes your way, take full advantage of that instantly. The Ace of Wands has to be taken advantage of instantly and not when it's too late, okay? So that you're in a profound position to really, really, really take advantage of that fire once again while it's striked hot. And the oracle card message I have for you is go the distance, my friends. Some of you have been running this marathon and you don't even know if you're going to see the finish line. Today is going to be one of those days where you can see the finish line and you pick up that speed and you finish. You don't stop until you finish. Guarantee you. This doesn't make me a psychic for saying this because this is just basic probability, but I know there are some of you that feel like giving up right now. And that's the worst thing you want to do because you're so close to victory. You don't want to give up before it's too soon. That being said, thank y'all very much for tuning in. And until tomorrow.